Recap. Okay. I have no problem. Minimize it. Publish. It's saying me to again publish. मैम सिखा रही थी तो बना देते हैं. नहीं ये पब्लिश नहीं करूंगा उसको फिलहाल मेरी बेइज्जती हो जाएगी.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hello everyone. Very good evening.
मैंने एक जगह
Good
पढ़ा
evening,
था
ma'am.
मुझे याद नहीं है.
Very good evening. We will wait till 4:10. Okay. We'll start our session at 4:10. Before that, if anybody is joining, I am allowing them to join. And if you have any questions from last class, you can ask in the chat or you can unmute yourself and ask me. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I think it's good evening. It's good evening.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Last one is good evening. Let's use good evening.
Good morning. Good evening, ma'am.
Very good evening. Satyam Verma. Hello. Satyam. I want everyone to mute. And there is no need for your videos on if your internet is not as good as it should be. So you can keep your videos off.
And ma'am, if we want to switch on our video,
If you have a good internet connection, please switch on your video. I have no issues.
okay, ma'am.
Okay, 3 more minutes we have to wait. I can see Satyam, your audio is not connected. You can turn off your video. Maybe that will help you. A few more seconds to go. Let me share my screen. Oh. Okay. We can start. We have 20 people. Yeah. Okay. So till here we have finished. We learned how to draw this center line with the help of for loop. Loops are used when you have repetitive things to tell computer to do it for you. So instead of telling one by one, you just keep a loop, and one action can repeat itself again and again as per the condition you are giving. So our condition was there is some I whose value is 0. Maximum value it can achieve is less than 400, and in every cycle its value increased by 20. Okay, and for this for loop, line is the command which is repeating itself again and again. Why it's not allowing everyone? Okay. Apart from that, you have done with both the players. The main ball can go up and down on its own. Okay, it can bounce your top and bottom edge, right and left paddles. Fine. Right paddle is controlled by your mouse. Left paddle is just copying your ball, which we are calling it as artificial intelligence. Okay, that is AI. So what's next? Next is we will learn about text command. Okay, because as we can see in the original game, there is a text here which says press space to serve. Okay, so how this text will come? You have to just write text. You will get this command. Now look at the input values of this command. It asks you for str. Str is a data type. We have discussed in our first class. String is a data type which takes care of any sentence or word. Okay? Yeah. So when we work around text, we have to take care of string, some x position, some y position. Okay? At which x and y the text should be placed. So let's take the text. Now, in a round bracket, you give inverted quotes so that it can become a string. So I would like to say press space to serve or start, whatever you want, comma, x value. I want it in the center. So x should be 200 and y also 200. So let's keep 200, comma 200. Okay. Now reset, run. We can see there is a text, but the size is very, very small. And also it's not in the center. So when I say 200, it means the start of the text is from 200. But the text is a little bit long, so I have to adjust my x. So I will keep my x somewhat, let's say 100. Reset, run. And I can see it has shifted to more right side. But if I'm interested in giving some increased size, So I'll use text size and I will tell a number. That number represents the pixel. Okay. Let's see, I want 15 pixels. Reset, run. Little bit it has improved. Let's say 20. Better. Now it's still not in the center. So let's move 100 as 120. Reset, run. This looks little better. Okay. So 120 is the X, 200 is the Y. In the Y, it's still at the center. In the X, we have just adjusted the numbers. Fine. Now, let's go back and see what else you need in a text. You need these numbers. This is your scoreboard. Okay. Now, for the scoreboard, again, what you need? Text command. But this time, this number can change its value. Initially, the scoreboard will be 0, 0, but as you play the game, the scoreboard will change. And if you remember, in coding, anything which can change its value is taken as var, that is variable. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create 2 variables. Okay. Let's create 2 variables. Let's create here var. This is player score. Okay. And the value is 0. var computer score and the value is 0. Okay. Both the values are 0. Now I want to display these scores. So I'll go to the text command. I'll copy and I can paste. Now, I don't want this string as it is. What I want? 0. I want a number. Number which is stored in the variable. And what is the name of the variable? P score is the name of the variable. So I can just write that variable name. Same thing I will do for the computer score. Instead of string, I can put my variable name. Okay. Now, at what X and Y should I put the score for player and computer? So my player is here. That is the right side. On the right side, at the top, if I go, I get X as 238 and Y as 20. Okay. Can you see? Below the reset, it's written X 238, Y is 20. So let's make this as 235 and this as 20. Same thing we can do at Y20. What I can get for X, it says 131. Let's make it as 135. And this is as 20. Reset, run. And we can see our scoreboard is ready. Okay. Now, next step. What do we need? We need to change these scores. Now, what is the condition? Condition is whenever your ball is crossing the right side boundary, the computer score will increase by 1. Okay. So there is a condition involved, and I don't think so we have done any conditions. Okay, let's start learning conditions. Okay, so let's have a comment, conditions, how to create conditions. Okay, and I can change it into multi-line comment because I have to write not single sentence, some more sentences I want to write. Okay, now conditions. Let's take our real life example. If it rains, I'll carry an umbrella. But if it's a sunny day, I will not carry an umbrella, right? So in our own life, we have conditions to perform some actions. In the game, our condition is if ball crosses right side, the score of player computer increases. Okay. Okay. Let me write it outside. What is my action? My action should be my computer score should be increased by 1. So computer score should be computer score plus 1, right? This is my action. And what is my condition? My condition is if ball crosses right side. Right side means the position of the ball. Remember, the position of the ball is more than 400 because ball is at the center. The value is 200 in the x. The moment it crosses the right side, the value is more than 400. So I can directly say ball dot x should be more than 400. And let me write this inside the comment. Okay, yeah. So condition is if ball crosses right side. In mathematical form, we can say ball dot x is more than 400. What action we want? In mathematics, we can say C score equals to C score plus 1. Ma'am, I didn't attended last class, so can you tell me what did you did? Navya. Okay, Navya. There has been videos uploaded for last 2 sessions, and to cover from last class it will be difficult because I don't have much time. Okay, and we have to finish this game by today's session itself. So I request you go through the videos, and which means you don't have to rush back and look at the videos, which means stay with us, try to understand the logic. Okay, so that when you go and look at the videos, your logic will help you to understand better what we have done. Now, where the videos uploaded? On my YouTube channel. Okay, I think I need to share the link with you all. I'll share it. Okay, when I will be closing my meeting, just remind me that please share the YouTube video links. Okay. Now, Siddhant. Okay, Siddhant, you have a doubt? Ma'am, in my program with P-Score, it is showing this. Where will you send it, ma'am? I'll send the link in the chat itself. Okay. Somebody is trying to join. Okay, Tejas. Now, Siddhant, I'll Zoom user. Who is Zoom user? I cannot admit if they don't have a name. Use your name and section with class. Okay. So Siddhant, I want you to hold on. Okay, let me complete this score part and then I'll get back to you. Okay. Yeah. And I think I need to unmute you all because I won't be able to know if you want to say anything. Okay. Yeah. Fine. So I explain you the condition. I explain you the action we have to take. Now, how to give this condition? Just like there is a particular format to give a loop, there is a particular format to write a condition. So again, we will go to the toolbox. In the toolbox, we go to the control. In the control, you will see you have if condition. One is if else. So when you have multiple conditions, you go for if else because it creates a ladder. If this is true, do this. Otherwise, do that. If this is wrong, do this. Otherwise, do that. It's like ladder system. But right now, we will focus on single if condition. Okay. So let me bring this into my coding area. And this is our particular structure of if condition. Okay. In the round brackets, you put your condition. So I want to write if ball crosses right side. So I can simply say this particular mathematical equation. Okay, ball dot x should be more than 400. What I need to do, action should be, the computer score should be increased. Simple. Okay. Now, what will happen if the ball goes from the left side? We all know it's not possible because it's artificial intelligence. Continuously, your left paddle is following the ball. So there is no chance that ball can cross the left side. But we have to be neutral while we are coding. So we will write that part also. So let's copy this. Let's paste it. And instead of calling ball.x greater than 400, we should be calling it less than 0. Because something which is beyond 0 is less than 0. Let's say less than 0. And instead of computer, player score should increase. Okay, fine. Now, let's reset run and see. The ball is trying to leave and the score continuously increasing. Now, why it's continuously increasing? Because this particular instruction is a part of draw function. And in a draw function, every piece of instruction repeats in every second. So that's why it's keep on increasing. Okay, let's stop this. Now, how can you avoid this?
Ma'am, can you please add Shubhaneji? She is requesting.
Okay, I have Shagun, I have Satyam, I have Rudransh. Who is Shubhanet ji?
Ma'am, I don't know.
I will tell you, beta.
Ma'am, please add her.
Arey beta, I don't see her. How can I add her?
Ma'am, she is in waiting room.
What's her name?
Ma'am, Shubhaneji.
Yeah, so Shubhanet ji, I can't see her in the waiting room.
Ma'am, I think he means Shagun. Ma'am, he is, I think, her brother.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. They will be joining in few seconds. Fine. So here I'll pause and I'll ask questions from you. What you think we should be doing, because this is true. The ball should be leaving the edge. Okay. This is true. And the score keeps on increasing. How can you stop that score?
Ma'am, I think we can keep it repeat once type of thing.
Okay. Let's see the original game. Okay. I press the space. It goes, bounce. What happened? The score increases and the ball is back. Right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So
Yes.
whenever this condition is satisfied, there is not a single action to be done. There are two actions to be done. What's the second action? Second action is ball dot velocity by should be 0.
Ma'am, what does velocity means?
Velocity, something which is in motion, movement. Like your car is in motion because it has speed, right? You have heard this term speed. But in coding, you don't have a term speed, you have velocity. And when you...
Ma'am, velocity means speed and time.
No. Okay, that's a different physics concept. I'll give you a hint. When you come in higher classes, you will learn that speed is nothing but change of distance by time. how much distance you have traveled with respect to time. That is speed. But when you compare your different rate of speeds, that becomes velocity. Okay.
Okay.
But don't get confused with physics and coding. Just keep yourself simple. If you need motion, or movement, you have to use the code velocity. Now, velocity can be in vertical direction or horizontal direction. Horizontal is with X and vertical is with respect to Y. That's it. Okay. Now, let's move ahead. So we are saying whenever the ball is crossing right side or left side, what should happen? The ball velocity Y should be 0 and ball velocity X should be 0. Okay. Also, it should be back at the center. So we will say ball dot X should be 200 and ball dot Y should be 200. Okay. Fine. Now let's reset run. It's going. It come back and your score increased only once. Okay. Now I will introduce.
We have to copy this ball velocity to ball dot y until in the second one also, right? P score plus P score, that one.
Yes, you are right, Siddhant. We should do these things for our player score also. But if I do that, somewhere I'm repeating myself, right? I have done same stuff here and then I will be doing same stuff here. Okay. So in coding, always have a thumb rule that you need to code in such a way you are not repeating yourself. Your actions should not repeat more than once or twice until unless it's very necessary. Okay. So here we have a solution. Now, what is the solution? Solution is you can create your own functions. You can create your own functions. Like function draw is there, but this function draw is inbuilt. Inbuilt means somebody has created it for you. You are just using it. Okay. So what these actions tell you? These actions tell you that you are resetting the ball. Okay. From 78 to 81, you are trying to reset. Reset means coming back to the original point. Okay. And how to create a function. So where should I define this? You need a function draw so that in every, okay, this is a good place. I'll tell you here only. Is it hand? Okay. So we will call it as user defined functions. Now, to define your functions, first one is you have to use a keyword called as function with F small. Secondly, you have to give a name. You have to give a name. Third step, you have to use round brackets after the name. Okay. Fourth step, you put all actions into curly brackets. Okay. Now let's see the example. I want a function named as reset. So I'll give round bracket, I give curly brackets. Okay. Now in the reset, what actions I do need? I need velocity y x0, position xy 200. I take them out and I put them inside my function. Okay.
Ma'am, in fourth step, you have written I and T.
Okay. you put all actions into curly brackets. I request you not to make notes or anything, because this link I'll be sharing with you all, and this entire information will be available to you. But if you have a habit of taking notes while learning things, go ahead. I will not stop you. We all have different style of learning. Okay. But don't be in a pressure that you will not be getting this information. Fine. Moving ahead. So this is my function. Okay. Now, this function you have to define outside the draw function. So at the bottom, I will say the exact thing which I have said here for
Now
you.
you can send the YouTube link.
Sorry?
Send YouTube link.
What do you mean by YouTube link?
Ma'am, can you please tell what is your channel's name, because some children are asking.
I love to tell you the YouTube link, the channel name, but first of all, focus on present, because whatever you are going to learn is past. Okay. So in your free time, you can go and watch the video, but you are present in our today's session. So focus here. Okay. Because when you watch this video, might be you will not enjoy or you will have doubts. So it's better you understand the flow, understand the concept, and then when you watch the previous videos, it will make some sense to you. And I'm trying my best to revise wherever I can without mentioning it to you. Okay.
And this is the last class.
I hope so. I hope so. This is the last class. Okay. And I will try my best to complete this game in today's session. Okay. Now no more discussion. Let's proceed. So I told you how to create a user defined function. Okay. This was a commented thing. Commented thing means you and me can read it, understand it. Computer cannot read it. So now I want computer to understand it. So I went outside and I followed the same steps. I give the keyword function. The name is reset. Have a round bracket, curly bracket. In the curly bracket, I put my actions. Now, still, computer cannot understand what is the link or communication between this function and the function draw. So to have this communication, what you can do, you have to call the function. So your fifth step is calling the function inside draw function. Okay. Now how to call the function? You have to just copy the name and the round bracket. And where you want to call, this action should happen inside this condition. Same thing inside this condition. Okay, fine. Okay, now see, in both these conditions, what is common? Common is we are calling the reset function. So again, we are repeating ourselves. So again, we have to find a way. Okay. Now, what is the way? The way is you have to merge your if conditions. Why they are going and coming again and again? Okay. Now, how to merge? Merge means add.
Ma'am, like elif. Else is that one.
So in else if, it's like if my condition is true, follow this. If it is not true, else follow that. When you have true, false kind of conditions and actions, you follow if else. But you have only conditions like if this is true, follow. If this is true, follow. If this is true, follow. That time you can say we have to merge them. Okay. Now see, in both the conditions, we are testing our ball x value. Okay. So what I can do, I can use the OR operator. So for merging, your first option available is OR operator. We call them as operator. Like in maths, you have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, operations, operators. In coding, you have OR operator, AND operator. You have comparison operator. Okay. Now, what is the symbol of OR operator? You need these two vertical lines. How will you get these vertical lines? You have to press shift along with backward slash. Backward slash. Okay. For AND operator, you can have two ampersand signs, which is your shift and 7 two times. Okay. Comparison operator is simple. It can be greater than or it can be less than. Okay. These are comparison operators. Or if you put 3 equal to sign, they will compare equally whether A is equal to B or not. Okay. Now, I want to merge my if condition. My if conditions are these two. Okay. Now, in real case, the condition is the ball can go to the right side or to the left side. Remember, I used or. So I can tell my computer if ball.x less than 0 or ball.x more than 400. And whenever this is true, what should happen? I should be calling my reset function. That means the ball should come back to the center and it should not be moving. Okay. And inside this main if condition, I can split this merging into individual. That means I can just tell my computer to test whether the ball.x is more than 400 or not. If it is more than 400, what it should do? It should increase computer score. Same way, I can test whether the ball.x is less than 0 or not. If it is, what it should do? It should increase the player score. So I can get rid of 2 times calling the reset. Okay. Initially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines of instructions were there. I merged them and I reduced my reset. Now I'm calling it only once. Okay. So as a coder, your responsibility is you should not be repeating your instruction again and again. You have to find the solution. Fine. So this is done. This is your reset function. Okay. In the same way, you can make a function serve. Now, what is a serve? Serve means when you press the space button, what should happen? The ball should start moving randomly. So you have defined these ball.x, velocity y and 2. I can take them and I can put them inside my function. Okay. When I put them inside my function, these 2 actions are dependent on these functions. So this function needs to be called. Okay. Now, what is the condition to be called? It says press space to serve. That means when I press space from the keyboard, the ball starts moving. So now I need to write a condition for pressing the space. Okay. So let's say if round bracket, what I'm doing, I'm putting or pressing the key. Okay. So there is a code. Code is key down. There is key went down, key went up. We will discuss them later. Let's focus key down. Now, with the key down action, what you are trying to do? You are trying to press the space key. So in double quotes, you have to type the name of the key, that is space. Now, observe very carefully. You have one pair of round brackets for the if condition one pair of round brackets for the key or the name of the key. Okay. Now, when this condition satisfies, you want to tell the action. Action should be call the function search. Calling is copy the name and the round brackets. That's it. Okay. Now you are understanding how this entire code is taking a shape. Like a tree has branches has their sub branches, then you have leaves. Okay. And at the bottom you have main roots. So like your tree has a structure, this code has a structure. Okay. Structure says starts with variable, create sprite outside the function draw. In the function draw, use whatever you want. You need background, use it. You need world mouse Y, use it. Whatever you need, keep it in the function draw. Okay. Now let's reset, run. My ball is not moving until I press the space and it starts moving. It will come back, but my score is not increasing. What went wrong here? Okay. So before the score, the ball is resetting. Okay. So what happened? This reset is read by the computer before it can read this instruction. So on reset, ball X has become 200. So if the X is 200, computer will find this statement as false. So it will not follow these instructions. So what we can do, we can take this out and we can put it at the end of this. The first computer read whether it's more than 400 or less than 0. Then it will decide if it's more than 400, increase the computer score, less than 0, increase the player score, and then it will reset. So in coding, sequence of action is very important. Okay, so it got bounced back from there. Let's wait. It come back and the score has also increased. Okay, perfect. Now next, what we need to again press the space. And the score is increasing. Again press the space and the score is increasing. Now, what is the limit? How far you can do this? So if we look at the original game, okay, the score is 2. Let's make it 3, 4, 5. And the moment it reaches 5, what it says, game is over, press R to restart. That means if I press space, game will not be played by you. So I have to develop this thing. So there is a condition for score to increase, okay? And there is a different state of the game called as game over. Just like you have solid can become liquid, liquid can become a gas. And how is this possible? When you heat a solid, it will become liquid. When you more heat, it will become gas. And if you cool down, a gas will become liquid, a liquid will become solid. Okay. So in a game also, you can be doing nothing, that is rest condition. You will play, that is serve condition. You are not allowed to play, that is game over condition. Now to build this game state, okay, this is very interesting and important topic, how to build your game states.
Ma'am, 1 second, can you show the reset one? Ma'am, I missed that.
You want me to show it or you want me to explain it?
Ma'am, I wanted to show it. Ma'am, I missed it.
This is the function reset.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine.
I'm just 1 second. I'm trying to find it. It is gone. Reset is ma'am, this ma'am, This, yes, ma'am, this one. If ball dot x is greater than 0, standing line ball dot x is greater than 400, ma'am, that one will come under a function draw or after function draw?
Inside function draw.
Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, that reset command will come after function draw.
No. You have a major if condition, okay? Its curly bracket starts in 82, ends in 93. So reset is a part of this big if condition. And
No,
the
ma'am,
small,
no, ma'am. Ma'am, I meant function reset. When that is
yeah,
coming after
it will be outside.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's focus how to create game states. Okay. Now it is important if you want to add, you can say number of rounds.
Ma'am, you have written is by separating.
Thank you, dear. It is important if you want to add number of rounds in your game. Okay. Now, how to do that? Number one, you have to define a variable, okay, with initial state. Now, this initial state can be a number or a string. Okay. And then you have to keep on changing this value to new based on your conditions. Okay. So let's do the first step. Let's define a variable. Let me call it as GS. GS stands for game state. And initially, my value is a string called as sir. Okay. Initially, my game state is sir. Now, whenever the game state is sir, what is happening? The first thing is this text should be displayed. So I put this text under if condition. I say if GS, I need to compare. So 3 equal to sign. Sir, what should happen? These two line of action should be followed. Okay. Now, it says if key down space. It's not the single condition. The other condition is GS should be equal to sir. So I'm not putting or, I'm putting and. Why? Because it's mandatory. It's not an option. Because ball can go either right or left. It was an option. But here, when you press the space and you are in the game state sir, then only the ball will move. Okay?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
A mandatory means compulsory, na?
Yes, mandatory means compulsory.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So that's why I have added and operator and I have written GS, that is game state, equal to sir. Okay. Now, next. In this condition, there is no need to put and operator sir. Okay. Because once this has been called, the ball is moving, and while moving, it can either be less than 0 or more than 400. That's it. Okay. Now, next part is I want to change my game state sir. So the moment you are calling the function sir, that means the velocity is becoming -2 and +2, and the ball starts moving. My GS should not be sir. My GS should become, let's say, play. Okay. Remember, serve and play are any words. You can change these words. You can make them your own. Call it XYZ. No matters. Okay. So at this point, the game state will become play. But when the game state, when the function is reset called, let me show you. Initially, I have to press the space and game state is served. How it is served? Look at line number 13. So I'm going to press the space, game state is served. What is happening? It's moving, it's moving. Why it's moving? Because serve is called. Now, the moment it crosses 400, reset is called. Okay. Now I want to play it again. I want to play it again. Okay. The text should be there again, but it's not. And if I click space, it will not allow me to play. Why? Because to play, you need to have space and the game state serve. So from serve, I have changed to play. Now from play, I have to change it back to serve. Now to change it back to serve, at which condition I can do this? Only when the reset has been called. So after reset, I would say GS equals to serve. And let's see the magic. I press the space, it starts moving. It crosses, it comes back, score increases, text again comes back. Again, I press the space, it starts moving. Again, score increases, it comes back, text is back. Again, I'm allowed to press the space. So everything is working smoothly because we have created game state. Initially, it was serve, then become play, and then it will again become serve. Now, this kind of repetition should work when? It should work until you have, it should work until you have reached a score of 5. Okay. So I'll write a condition now and I'll say if compare, what is your P score? Compare means 3 equal to sign. If it's 5 or operator, maybe C score is 5. Okay, anything can happen. We have to be neutral. So whenever either P score is 5 or C score is 5, change the game state. First action is change the game state, make it as game over. Okay, now the moment game state is over, what we need? We need a text. What does this text do? This text should display game over. And when the game is over, let's say at a X position of 120 and Y position of 150. Why I'm not writing 200? Because already press space is there at 200. So I just put it above, that is 150. Okay. So the moment we reach 5-5, my game state becomes game over. My text will appear. Let's reset, run, and run. Also, let me increase the velocity so that it can do it little fast. Reset, run. Okay. 1 time, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have game over. Okay. We have game over. But if I still press the space, it's not allowing me. Oh, that's great. Why? Because my game state is not serve, it's game over. Okay. Now I want to play it again, like here. Although it's 5 and it asks me press R to restart. If I press the R, it makes my scoreboard 0, 0. It brings the instruction back. So what we can do, we can add here one more text. What we will say, the text should say press R to restart. But at what X and Y? This is 150 here. Okay, let's change this X. Let's make this as 150. And this one is little longer, so 120 is good, but 150 we cannot work with. Let's keep this as 250. So, okay. Now, what should happen when the R is pressed? The game state will become serve again. So another if condition will come and we will say key down. What? Which key? R. Double quotes, name of the key, R. Okay.
Ma'am, can you please tell what does key down means?
Whenever you press any key from the keyboard, there is a specific code for the computer brain. That code is key down.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Now, fine. If key down is R, what should happen? The game state should become Sir. And the P score should be 0. And the C score should be 0. Okay, this is what I have written. Now let's reset, run. Press space, it starts. Can you observe one thing? When nothing is happening, the text size is little bigger. And the moment I press space, it becomes smaller.
Ma'am.
Why this is
Ma'am.
happening? Sorry?
Ma'am, the score size increases and decreases.
Yes. Why this is happening? Because this text size is inside this if condition. So whenever this if condition is true, the text size will be used. But for the scores, where we have used the score, yes, we have used score here, and it's free. It's not under any if condition. So to give some text size for these texts, what you can do is either you can write the text size just above it. Okay, you can say 20, or the best way is don't give it here. Don't give it here. Give it outside the function draw, because whatever you do outside the function draw, it is done for one time. So let's reset, run, and it's applied to every element. I press the space, still the size doesn't change. I press the space, still the size doesn't change. Who is this Satyam Verma? He's coming and going again and again.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Siddhant.
Ma'am, can you show? Ma'am, I'm missing again and again, ma'am. Ma'am, can you show function sir, function reset, and ma'am, what that reset when you, ma'am, this in which it stops after 5, ma'am, that no, it is not stopping mine.
Okay, Siddhant, just wait for 5 minutes, because this is going to be end. So I'll ask you to share your screen and then I'll guide you. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
fine. So see, the score is 5, game over is there, and it's asked me to press R. Okay, I'm pressing R. It asked me press space to serve. I press space to serve, and it works. So as many
usual.
times, yes, as many times 5 different matches can be played. Okay. So this is how your Pong game is created. And all the concepts we used has been defined here. Apart from that, what else I would like to tell you is, yes, for this condition key down R, you can add one more condition to tell your computer be very careful that yes, key down should be R, and also check game state should be game over. So when you add more and more conditions, it means the computer has more, you can say, careful or cautious way of doing the things. Like in exam, teachers and parents ask you, revise your answer sheet before you hand over to your examiner, right? So adding
Yes.
more and more if condition helps computers to be very rigid to follow the actions associated with your conditions. That's the only thing I wanted to share. Yes. Now, last thing, if I want to make this colorful, the first thing I can do is, instead of white, I would like to make it, let's say, green, or let's say light blue color. Okay. And if I want to change this paddles and the ball color, I can go outside and I can say ball dot shape color equals to double quotes name of the color. For ball, let's use red, and the ball is very small, so let's make it 20 and 20. Okay. For left paddle, let's increase the length. For right paddle also, let's increase the length. Same thing you have to do for your paddle colors. You will call the name of the variable left paddle dot shape color, and let's call it as green. Same thing you have to do for the right paddle. This will be the name right paddle dot shape color, and this will be, let's call it yellow. Okay, reset run. Okay, colors are there. Now for text, how to give color to the text? For text, either if you want same text color for the scoreboard and for this text, you can give it outside. You can say fill, and let's call it as orange. Reset run. Okay, so same text is applied to all the text, but you are not interested in giving same text to same color to all the text, so you can give separately. So first color, and remember, color will come before the text command. You cannot give after it. There is a sequence. So for the middle, let's not use orange, let's use teal. Okay, and for the player score, we would like to have purple. And for the computer score, we can have what? Orange. Let's keep orange. Okay, perfect. And for the line also, you can give some fill color. Where is the line command in the for loop? So let's use fill, and let's call it what? Red, green, blue, yellow. Yeah.
Ma'am, you can put it brown.
Brown. Let's see, brown will work. We can hardly make a difference between brown and black.
Ma'am, dark blue.
Let's see if computer knows dark blue. No, computer does not know.
Ma'am, try yellow, ma'am, then we can at least see if it is changing. or not.
Yellow. Okay.
But ma'am,
No, it's not changing. Yeah, you are saying something?
no, ma'am. Actually, that tone is also yellow.
Let's see. Yes. For lines, you have the command stroke, not fill. Okay. Actually, what does fill do? This text is also a line only. This number 0, this press, it's a line only. But when you do fill, it fills the gap. You know, when you write in double handwriting, P over P. So that gap is filled by fill command, and the line is controlled by stroke. So this line was not having anything to fill. So only stroke is working. So let's use dark blue. Yeah, it's working. And for the text, if you want to work with stroke, let's see how it will look like. You put stroke, and let's use yellow stroke. So you will see there is a yellowish outside line. Okay.
Ma'am, the outline is of yellow and the fill is of teal color.
Perfect. Okay. And here let's put green. So the outline.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Stroke should, yes.
Ma'am, press space to serve. Ma'am, that is hiding behind that ball.
Okay, if you don't like it to be hide, what you can do is, this text has a X value 120, Y value 200. So to shift it upside, you reduce this. Let's make it 180. Okay, it will go up. I can hardly make a difference for this.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so let's Let's end it here. The pong game is ready. Now next is your soccer game.
Ma'am, but if we want to play this, so how we will play?
What do you mean?
Ma'am, if we want to share it to our teachers or anyone,
Click on
so
share, copy the link, share it to your friends, anybody you want.
ma'am, can you please repeat?
Okay. There is a share option. You will click share. There is a link. You will copy the link and you can send this link.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do now. But I'm not going it through share because I don't want you to just play. Because if I copy this and let me open this, it will show me a screen where I can simply play.
Ma'am, if we click on this, then we can only play.
Yeah. Then I have to edit this. I have to go to view code. When I click on view code, it will help me to view the entire coding. If I want to edit it, I have to rename this or remix this. Okay. Remix means it will create a copy for me and I can edit that. Now, what I want you to do is, oh my bad. My bad. Yeah, I'll copy the edit link. Oh no. Yeah, you can see at the end it says edit. I'll copy this. I'll send you all. You can use this. Okay. And now I'll stop sharing. Yes. So let's start with Siddhant. You can share your screen and we can see what your query is. Siddhant. Okay.
Ma'am, is it visible? Sorry, ma'am, I was
Yeah,
muted.
it's
Ma'am, I'm
it's
speaking so
visible.
much without. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, so I missed a bit, ma'am. Where was I? Yes, ma'am. Over here, the bar that much I've written. Ma'am, then the function draw is complete when this is done. Ma'am, is this complete when text size and all that?
No, you don't have. You need to put your if condition for the press space to start.
Ma'am, I have yes, ma'am. I put it here. Ma'am, if key down space, ma'am, and I am.
That is for the sir. Okay. For the text, there is only if condition. That is, game state should be sir.
So GS is equals to sir. Sir.
Yeah.
On this?
Yes. Put it in curly brackets.
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
Text P score and C score are independent. They don't need any conditions.
Okay, ma'am. Also here?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, just let me put it a bit on there. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have also created the game.
Very good. Would you like to share with us?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let Siddhant finish, then we will see your game. Meanwhile, you can add colors if you want.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, now over here, ma'am, if key down, ma'am, this is fine?
Yeah, this is fine.
I cannot open the link.
Ma'am, this key down R, ma'am, this also I missed. Ma'am, key down R.
Okay, just a second, Siddhant. Yeah, please tell your name and tell me what is the issue. Yeah, who was the person?
Ma'am, I have posted the link.
Okay, thank you, Devansh. Yeah, who is the other person?
Ma'am, actually the link you shared, I cannot open it.
What is the issue you are facing?
Ma'am, when I'm opening it, it's just showing that my dashboard and this only.
What's your name? Navya.
Yes, ma'am.
Just hold on for a second. Okay, let's resolve Siddhant's issues. Then I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Yes, Siddhant. So
Sorry,
when
ma'am, I was muted.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
when your P score is 5 or C score is 5, the first thing is the game state should be game over, text, text. Okay. If the key down is R and game state is game over, you want to change the P score and C score as 0. You should
Yes,
write
ma'am.
P score equals to 0.
Ma'am, so over here, game over, ma'am, then what?
That's the correct thing in 66, line number 66.
Okay.
P score equals to 0.
Oops, sorry. 1 second. Let me just. Oh, it was Gujarati. What is this? And just a second. Finally. P score.
Equals to 0. Next line,
Ma'am,
C score.
okay, ma'am.
Yeah, what is the
0.
issue?
No, ma'am, I just wanted to ask 3 equals to or only single equals to?
3 will come when you compare. Single will come when you give the value.
Okay, ma'am.
Last is your game state will become serve. GS equals to serve. You don't compare, you give.
Okay.
Are you sure S is capital? Yeah.
No, ma'am, I'm not sure. Ma'am,
This is
now
done?
ball and then ball dot x, and this is fine.
Yes, this is fine.
Okay, ma'am, this is a comment. Yes, ma'am, one function reset and one function serve. And this is
Perfect.
fine also.
Yeah.
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
just
One
run
more.
and play it once.
Yes, ma'am. Space and let it go. Ma'am, this is what is happening. Ma'am, it's automatically starting. Let me just keep it
In the
aside.
serve,
Ma'am,
you are writing, okay, your serve is correct. Look at 103. It should be X.
and what?
Look at 103.
Oh. Yes, sir. Let me start. Okay, ma'am, yes. Ma'am, now it's not moving up to space.
Okay, go up, scroll up. Stay there. After 78, make JS equals to serve.
78 GS is equals to serve. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, Siddharth.
And just 1 second. Game over. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, Navya, can you share your screen, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, it's coming this only when I click on the link and I cannot copy the link.
The content has age restriction in place and is not available for younger students. Navya, go to right side where it's written Navya.
Yes, ma'am.
Click on account settings.
Okay, ma'am.
Navya, female. Change your age, make it above 18.
Okay, ma'am.
And
Ma'am,
update.
I've kept it 13 and ma'am, it's still working. Ma'am, so I think her will not work above 13 or
Yes,
something.
ma'am.
Sorry?
Yes, ma'am. Above 13, it is logging in.
Yes, ma'am.
Navya, you
I'm
can
at
keep
13.
above 13 also. Your friends are saying above 13 will work.
Ma'am, then update account.
Yeah. Okay, now again click on the link.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, it's
Yes, ma'am.
visible. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Devansh, would you like to share your screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, show us what you have created.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you see?
Yes, I can.
So this is the ma'am my game. When I
Let
Ma'am,
it
I
go
have not
out.
made it colorful.
It's okay. Let it go out.
Okay, ma'am.
Press space. Make the scoreboard 5 for the computer.
Yes,
Press
ma'am,
R.
made.
Press R.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
Perfect. Well done. Good job.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else? No. Okay. Perfect. So thank you so much. Any questions you have, you can drop me on my ID. I'll share my ID with you. Or you can reach out to Miss Paramjeet Kaur. She teaches physics in your school. Okay. And
Ma'am, what is your YouTube
yeah,
channel?
I'll just share the links with you now. So use these concepts, create any other interesting game of your own. Okay.
Mom, what is the name of your YouTube channel, ma'am?
I'm sending you. Just give me a moment. So this is the link for our first session. And for our next session, that was session this one. Yeah. So before I close, anyone has anything to share, to discuss, to suggest?
Ma'am, I cannot copy the link from the chat box.
Share your screen, Navya.
Ma'am, wait a second, ma'am. Ma'am, I can copy the edit link only. Ma'am, because in Zoom we cannot just copy these links, I think.
Navya, share your screen.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm trying to copy this link, but I can't.
It's okay.
Mom, it copied the whole message, and Mama, I had sent it on my mail.
Why you need to copy it? There is a link. You click the link. It will take you to the link, right? Why you
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
copy?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, I copied that YouTube link, ma'am.
Why there is a need to copy? You can simply click and it will take you to the page.
Ma'am, I'm doing from my mother's mobile, and ma'am, I usually see all that videos from my laptop, and my laptop is in my mail is in the laptop. That's why.
Whatever is your reason, I don't understand why you need to copy. The moment you click, it will take you to the page. From the page,
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
copy the link.
But ma'am, from there, ma'am, I copied and had sent it on my mail.
Great. So you don't have any problems, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Shreyans, I thought you were having some trouble. Navya, your problem is resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So I'll take a leave, okay? And hopefully I'll plan another session whenever I'll get time.
Yes, ma'am, please.
And yes, I understand your please. Okay. And
Ma'am, next time you will teach us to make app.
you want to learn about apps.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me what you know already about apps. Tell me.
Apps are application software that help us.
I mean to say,
Yes,
like,
ma'am.
any coding part you know other than the theory.
No, ma'am.
No. So for apps, we have to start from the scratch, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about website making? You all know about web making?
Yes, ma'am. I know,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Website. Ma'am, I want to know about web browser. Ma'am, how can we create it?
Ma'am, we
You
know
want
how
to
to
know?
make a site on a Drive. Website on
Google.
Drive.
Google. You know how to create Google sites. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Well done. So app making, web browser. Okay. Let me see what will work best, and then we can have one more session. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. You can talk to Paramjeet, ma'am, also.
Okay, dear. I'll talk to ma'am. I'll take a leave. Bye bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.